Mama June Shannon is under fire after her daughter Honey Boo Boo confronted her over $30,000 in missing funds in the shocking new trailer for Family Crisis. The 45-year-old matriarch, who once admitted to using the money for living expenses, is seen being questioned directly by her daughter Alana, Honey Boo Boo Thompson, in a heated scene obtained exclusively by People magazine. Alana demands, "Where's my money?" prompting June to pull out a giant plastic check for $30,000 with a grin. "The check is right here," June responds, while an emotional Alana says off-camera, "This isn't a game." In April 2024, Mama June revealed she had used the $30,000 from Alana's account for personal and household expenses, such as bills, beauty treatments, and groceries, while insisting she never intended to harm her daughter or jeopardize her future. Alana, deeply affected and visibly upset, began looking into legal options. She made it clear she was tired of excuses and was determined to recover what she believed was rightfully hers. Her frustration grew as June repeatedly downplayed the issue and tried to brush off her concerns. June's husband, Justin Stroud, was also caught off guard. "Honestly, I was really upset," he admitted. "I thought we were honest with each other. If she knew this could cause such a storm, she should have told me before it got out of hand." Elsewhere in the trailer, Lauryn Pumpkin Efird, 25, is pushed to her limits, shouting, "We're getting a divorce." Her husband Josh stands by, emotional and silent, as the tension spills over into their marriage. Pumpkin's stress is compounded by a heated argument with her sister Jessica Chubbs Shannon. The two clash over their family business and responsibilities, further showing the strain this crisis has put on everyone. The trailer takes an even darker turn when a legal expert warns. A judge could potentially sentence you to time behind bars, leading Alana to declare, "It's going to be a hot mess summer for this family." This isn't the first time Alana has expressed frustration over her mother's choices. In past episodes, she made it clear she felt let down by June's unwillingness to contribute to her college education. Alana had hopes of attending school in Colorado, but June called the idea a waste of money. In a previous sit-down, Alana and Pumpkin confronted June about the funds. Pumpkin reminded June that those earnings, some of which came from Alana's work on Dancing with the Stars, Juniors, were supposed to be protected for her future, not spent on personal expenses. Pumpkin claimed June only deposited the bare minimum into Alana's account, just enough to meet legal standards, and kept the rest. "She knew exactly what she was doing," Pumpkin said. "She found a loophole and used it." Despite these accusations, June maintains that she did nothing wrong. In an earlier interview, she told DailyMail.com that she used Alana's earnings for basic survival needs. She said the money helped keep the family afloat during tough times. Meanwhile, the family continues to grieve the devastating loss of Anna Chickadee Cardwell, who passed away in December 2023 at the age of 29 after a brave fight with stage 4 adrenal cancer. Anna left behind two young daughters, Kylie, 9, and Caitlin, 12. Before her passing, Anna expressed her wish for June to care for Caitlin, her eldest. Despite initial resistance from Anna's ex-partner Michael Cardwell, a legal battle followed. Ultimately, the court sided with June, granting her custody of Caitlin. June has since stated she's committed to honoring her daughter's final wish. Anna wanted Caitlin with her family, and "I'll fight until I can't fight anymore to keep that promise." The season also dives into June's personal recovery journey. She met her current husband Justin Stroud in rehab in 2021 while overcoming her struggles. Since then, she has been trying to rebuild both her life and her family. But the damage done over the years, including financial choices, trust issues, and ongoing drama, has left lasting scars. Tensions continue to mount as each family member copes with grief, betrayal, and the fight to hold their family together. In a confessional, Alana doesn't hold back. "I just want my mom to stop making everything about herself. She doesn't see how much this is affecting me. I'm not going to let her sweep this under the rug." As secrets are revealed and emotions spiral, the Shannon family is at a breaking point. From legal threats to emotional breakdowns, this season of Family Crisis promises to be the most raw and revealing yet. The tension continues to rise in Mama June Family Crisis as Lauryn Pumpkin Efird lays down a brutal truth. Alana is the reason Mama June ever became famous. The words hit hard and spark yet another emotional breakdown. A tearful Alana, overwhelmed and frustrated, breaks down after realizing she has no idea how she'll pay for college. With raw emotion, she tells Mama June, "You don't even care that you took our money. That's the real problem." Her voice cracks, her heartbreak clear. She's not just upset about the money. She's devastated over the betrayal. Pumpkin steps in again, accusing their mother of hiding the truth. "You can't even be honest about what you spent it on," she says. Mama June fires back defensively, snapping, "I've been honest, dumbass." Later, Alana turns to Justin, desperate for answers. She asks if he knew what was going on. Visibly shaken, Justin claims he had no idea. He begins to cry, clearly hurt by the situation and Mama June's lack of transparency. The tension isn't just between mother and daughter anymore. It's now affecting June's marriage. When the girls press harder, June admits she took 80% of Alana's money, leaving just 20% in the account. Pumpkin, furious, asks, "What were you even paying for, other than drugs?" June doesn't respond. In a confessional, Alana reveals she's considering legal action. "I'll take her to court if I have to. She's not getting away with this." Her voice is steady, her decision made. She's done waiting and done trusting. Justin, too, is at his breaking point. On a tense car ride, he confronts June, accusing her of continuing to lie. In a confessional, he pleads, "Just stop lying. The bull crap has to stop." He tells her directly, "You're a liar," and June says nothing. These family financial tensions are playing out in full view during Season 6 of Mama June Family Crisis. In the March 22 episode, Pumpkin is shocked to find only $33,000 left in Alana's Kubin account, a legally protected trust meant to safeguard child star earnings. This account should have contained much more, considering Alana's years of work in the spotlight. Alana, now 18, is alarmed. "There should at least be 6 figures in there," she says during a confessional. "My money is somewhere. It needs to be found right now, because this is not okay." She and Pumpkin confront their mother again. But June deflects, saying, "I can't help that there's not more money. Taxes took out 50%. But Pumpkin pushes back, noting that Georgia's tax rate would never be that high. That's when June claims the money was spent over time on things Alana needed growing up. "You've been taking care of yourself since you were 12, she tells her daughter. "And you've done a good job of it." Alana is stunned. Instead of an apology or a plan to make things right, her mother seems to think she should be grateful for what little is left. June says $33,000 is more than most 18-year-olds have starting out. She insists the remaining money came from shows like The Masked Singer and Dancing with the Stars, Juniors. Throughout the episode, June refuses to acknowledge any wrongdoing. She even defends herself publicly. After teen mom alum Kaylin Lowry criticized her on TikTok, June released a video of her own, trying to rewrite the narrative. In her TikTok, June says Alana's first gig was Toddlers and Tiaras in 2011. She claims the show didn't pay any cash, only entry fees for pageants. She also says that during the family's time on Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, which aired from 2012 to 2014, there were no talks about Coogan accounts. "It was just a lump sum at that time," she explains. "I divided it up and used it for family vacations and stuff." Even after launching Mama June, from not to hot in 2015, she claims she only learned about Coogan accounts when Alana joined DDTS Juniors in 2018. Other parents apparently told her she had to put in at least 20% of Alana's pay. June admits she could have deposited more but says she wasn't thinking clearly because it was during her battle with drug addiction. She says that her addiction clouded her judgment, and that's when most of the damage occurred. She claims Alana told her to take her time repaying the money, adding that she plans to pay the full amount the next time they meet. But given how much trust has already been broken, that promise feels hollow to the rest of the family. This financial drama has become the latest crack in a family that's already endured so much. What began as a reality TV success story is now a public unraveling filled with pain, distrust, and emotional turmoil. While June says she's doing her best, her family, and especially Alana, are no longer willing to accept excuses. Alana wants her future back, and this time, she's not afraid to fight for it. In the latest explosive episode of Mama June, Family Crisis, emotions ran high as the family once again found themselves entangled in a heated financial dispute. The spotlight was on June and her youngest daughter, Alana, better known to the world as Honey Boo Boo, as the ongoing conflict about money reached a boiling point. The reality stars sat down for another tense conversation, where Mama June handed over a check to Alana, but the amount on the check immediately sparked outrage among the girls. Lauryn and Alana were shocked by the small sum and immediately began pressing their mother for answers. June eventually confessed that she had spent a large portion of Alana's earnings over the years, primarily on living expenses like clothes, food, and various day-to-day costs. This revelation was a breaking point for Alana, who confessed in a tearful confessional that she felt robbed by her own mother and was now seriously considering taking legal action to recover what she believes is rightfully hers. The episode follows last week's emotional scenes where Alana accused Mama June of always having money for other people, but never for her. She even went as far as saying June spent more on her husband Justin's gold chains than she did contributing to her own daughter's college fund. The sting of that accusation was evident, and it seemed like Alana's resentment had only deepened with time. We know these episodes were filmed some time ago, as Alana has already begun studying nursing in Colorado. She did receive a $21,000 scholarship to help with tuition, but clearly, she still needs support, and it looks like she's hoping her mom will step up and do the right thing. In a teaser obtained by Entertainment Tonight, June lashed out during a confessional when asked if she owed the $30,000 back to Alana. She shouted, "I don't give a F word. Take me to court." It was a clear sign that June was feeling the pressure, even if she refused to back down. Justin, June's husband, tried to act as the voice of reason. He reminded June that the money was, in fact, Alana's and that spending it, even on Alana's behalf, didn't absolve her of responsibility. It's her money, he emphasized. As a parent, that's what you do. You invest in your kids, but you still owe it to her. June wasn't having it. She argued that much of the money was used to support Alana's lifestyle, and that, as a mother, she shouldn't be vilified for using funds on her child. However, the tone in Justin's voice made it clear he didn't fully believe June's version of events. The controversy traces back to 2018, when Alana earned approximately $60,000 for appearing on Dancing with the Stars, Juniors. According to June, after California taxes and expenses, only $35,000 remained, and she says all of it went toward Alana's needs, like manicures, lashes, and housing while they stayed in California for the show. In an exclusive interview with DailyMail.com, June doubled down, saying she didn't touch Alana's full earnings from over the years, only that single paycheck. She claimed Alana has more than $200,000 sitting untouched in a Coogan account. But June also gloated that she wouldn't legally have to repay the $35,000, even though public sentiment and Alana clearly believe she should. June is then questioned by producers about whether she believes the $30,000 is Alana's and is owed back to her, with the angry star responding, "I legally put the 20% in there." The situation has stirred deep emotions within the family. Alana feels betrayed. Lauryn, protective of her younger sister, has lost all patience with their mother. And Justin, caught in the middle, seems torn between loyalty to his wife and doing what's morally right. June's attitude has been defiant. In another outburst, she said, "I did what I had to do at the time. Bills needed paying, and I didn't have a ton of money myself." But that justification hasn't satisfied her daughters. In fact, it's pushed them further away emotionally. What makes the drama even more heartbreaking is that all of this is unfolding while the family is still mourning the loss of Anna Chickadee Cardwell, who passed away from cancer at just 29. June has said her grief has affected her ability to focus, but critics argue that it doesn't excuse what Alana and Lauryn are calling financial betrayal. While Mama June insists she will eventually repay the money, Alana isn't so sure. She's made it clear, if June doesn't return the funds voluntarily, the next step may very well be court. The drama continues to unfold, and fans are left wondering, will this family ever be able to rebuild trust? Or is the damage beyond repair? Mama June Shannon has once again found herself at the center of serious controversy after admitting she used her daughter Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson's earnings from Dancing with the Stars Juniors to cover personal expenses, including everyday bills and even manicures. This dramatic revelation comes amid growing tensions showcased on Mama June Family Crisis, especially in the highly emotional season finale. June, 44, is already under scrutiny from fans and family alike for allegedly not contributing to Alana's college expenses, despite her daughter pursuing a nursing degree. The conflict reaches a boiling point in the latest episode when June is confronted over the missing funds. She comes clean, at least partially, admitting she used the entire $35,000 Alana earned from the show back in 2018 to support them while they were living in California during filming. Speaking to DailyMail.com ahead of the finale, June tried to set the record straight. She claimed the money in question was only from Dancing with the Stars, not from Alana's entire childhood career. "I did not blow through 12 years of her earnings. It was just from one show," June stated. She still has over $200,000 in a Coogan account she refuses to touch. A Coogan account is a special trust account legally required for child actors to ensure a portion of their earnings is preserved. Despite insisting she set aside the legally mandated 20%, June admitted she used the rest for what she described as life expenses. This included food, housing costs, and beauty-related spending like nails and lashes, not to mention the price of staying in California during the taping period. "We stayed out there for nearly a month after the show ended," she added. "That cost money, and I didn't have much at the time. So I used what was there to make it work for both of us." However, her explanation has done little to soothe her family. In the show, Alana appears deeply betrayed, telling cameras she's still furious that her mother accessed her money without proper discussion or consent. "I thought I made it clear to Mama not to come visit me in Colorado," Alana says tearfully. "I'm still pissed at her for stealing my money." June's husband, Justin Stroud, attempted to bring perspective into the situation, telling his wife bluntly, "June, it's her money." But even with her husband pushing her to take responsibility, June's response was unapologetic. "I do understand it's her money, but a lot of that went back into her. I don't give a f," she snapped. "That's what parents do. They invest in their kids." Yet Justin wasn't letting her off the hook. "That's what you should do as a parent. But in this case, you owe her. You have to make this right," he urged. June, unfazed, replied with a shrug. In the confessional, Alana's frustration escalates. "She's just sitting there ain't lying," she tells producers. "Even Justin knows she's wrong. I may just need to take her to court." When June was asked directly by producers whether she believes she owes the money back to Alana, her response was defiant. "I legally put the 20% in there. I don't give a f. Take me to court if that's what you want." Although she's standing her ground legally, June revealed that she and Alana have come to some sort of informal agreement about the disputed funds. Though details remain vague, "We decided not to get lawyers involved," she said. "We've chosen a different path so we can continue trying to move forward as a family." Even so, the emotional wounds remain raw. Alana voiced her ongoing frustration, especially about her mother's refusal to help with her education. "Not even $1, she said bitterly. "Maybe she thinks buying Justin's chains is more important than sending me to college. She's stingy with money when it comes to me." In earlier episodes, June justified her actions by explaining she's still trying to rebuild her own life and that she hoped giving Alana tough love would push her toward independence. It's not about being selfish, June claimed. It's about showing her the bigger picture. Still, viewers and fans remain skeptical. For many, it's not about legality. It's about trust. Despite June's assertion that the money she spent was used in ways that benefited Alana, the teen's reaction speaks volumes. Alana's college journey is already underway. She's enrolled in a nursing program in Colorado and has earned a $21,000 scholarship to help cover tuition. However, she says there's still a large financial gap, one she expected her mother would help bridge. Now she's not so sure she can count on that support. The emotional rift is clearly still healing. While June claims they're on speaking terms, she admits they're still working on things.